Hi everyone, let me just start off by saying that the people have spoken and we will have the return of the non-canon expert in tomorrow's Legends-based video, with all of his usual exposing and if not for meing. I can't speak for him, but I'm sure the non-canon expert appreciates the outpouring of support. What's the Legends topic for tomorrow? Well, rumor is that it focuses on ancient Sith Lords, but I'll leave that to him. In today's video, I want to address a question that I've personally received extensively through YouTube and Twitter, and most recently with viewer Jude Harley. The question is, in the Battle of Crait, in the showdown between the First Order and the Resistance, is the First Order using old Imperial era walkers, new walkers that are based upon Imperial designs, or just straight up a new First Order AT-AT model? Based upon look alone, it's easy to think that these are just Imperial AT-ATs that the First Order took control of when the Imperial remnant fled into the unknown regions. Fortunately, thanks to some of the guides that were released with The Last Jedi, we know that these walkers are completely new models that were developed by the First Order, related closely of course to Imperial designs. That said, there are clearly still many similarities between the First Order walkers and those used by the Galactic Empire. Let's look at some of these similarities and the main differences with the Imperial AT-ATs, starting with the similarities. First, the First Order and Imperial walkers share a manufacturing lineage. The Imperial walkers were manufactured by Crait Drive Yards, one of the galaxy's largest arms and starship manufacturers, with the AT-AT being one of the corporation's most famous designs. The First Order walkers weren't manufactured directly by Crait, but by a corporation that spawned from the original company named Crait and Tralla Engineering. With ties to the original Crait Drive Yards, Crait and Tralla wouldn't have had to expand very much on the original AT-AT designs for the First Order. When it comes to size, the First Order and Imperial AT-ATs are practically one and the same. The First Order walker stands slightly taller with a height of 22.03 meters versus a height of 22.5 meters for the Imperial predecessor. But the First Order version is noticeably longer with a length of 24 meters versus a length of 20 meters for the Imperial walker. Both AT-ATs also shared a similar crew configuration consisting of 3 crew members, a pilot, gunner, and vehicle commander, and each could hold a troop complement of 40 stormtroopers. The First Order saw no need to change the appearance of their AT-AT, as they wanted to include the psychological characteristics of the original design into their walkers. Just as the Imperial military had done, the First Order wanted their AT-ATs to not only be exceptional in their combat role, but also serve as a psychological weapon as well. The First Order even deployed their walkers using the same tactics as the Empire. They used what they referred to as the Veers formation, named for General Veers, who led the AT-AT attack on the rebel base on Hoth. In the Battle of Crait, the Veers formation was utilized to allow the walkers to attack and destroy the artillery defenses of the Resistance base. The most important difference between the First Order walkers and those of the Imperial era comes in the realm of shielding and defensive capabilities. The First Order benefited considerably from their development of lighter weight materials. The armor that they outfitted their AT-ATs with was lighter than the armor used by the Empire, but still just as strong. This allowed the First Order to increase the layers of armor that were added to their walkers, providing greater protection without increasing the weight. The First Order also provided upgrades to the targeting sensors of their walkers, and improved their weapon recharge rate, allowing them to fire their volleys at greater speeds. One interesting difference between the two walkers is that the First Order seems to have actually decreased the firepower of their AT-ATs. Whereas the Imperial walkers were outfitted with a total of 4 blasters, 2 chin-mounted heavy blaster cannons, and 2 temple-mounted medium blasters, the First Order version only contained 2 temple-mounted heavy laser cannons. This may be a result of the increased fire rate that the First Order walkers were capable of, rendering the medium blasters unnecessary. But nonetheless, there are fewer blasters present upon the First Order AT-ATs. But let me know which version of AT-AT you prefer, the First Order or the Galactic Empire. You can find us over on Twitter, @SW Reading Club, and if you enjoy our work, please think about supporting the channel through Patreon for access to exclusive hangouts and book discussions. Thank you for watching everyone, and as always, May the non-canon expert be back tomorrow.